You're recognized on House Bill 3618. Suspend the regular order of business.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a local bill that prohibits camping or building fires in the time when the Blanco River is dry. I move suspension.
Any objection? Hearing none, we'll suspend the chair lays out on second reading House Bill 3618. The Secretary will read the caption.
House Bill 3618 relating to prohibiting camping and building fires in certain areas.
Senator Campbell, you're recognized for third reading.
So moved.
Any objection? Hearing none, you're recognized to suspend the constitutional three-day rule.
So moved.
Secretary will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Sir, Senator Watson, you're recognized.
I'd like to ask one question if I could.
You're recognized.
Thank
Will
you.
you yield, Senator?
Yes.
Senator Campbell, as I understand what this bill does is in a very specific part of a specific river, it says that people can't camp or build fires. Is that correct?
That is correct. Cannot camp overnight or build fires in the dry riverbed.
But it's a specific riverbed and then only a specific section of that riverbed.
Yes, sir. It's a local bill.
Well, but I want to ask the question about what's so special about that local spot that we would treat it differently than every other riverbed in the state.
It's an area that has been, that's a conservation easement, that people have been building fires, and they think that is a risk to burning the area around it. So what we're trying to do is in this area, the specific area, we're just trying to stop people from building campfires and walking away. It's just a risk to burn everything, especially in the drought. And it's on the Blanco River there in Hayes County.
Yeah, and I guess the problem I'm still having with, or the question I still have, I'm not sure I have a problem with the bill, but the question I have is, why is, if you're trying to stop fires and that kind of thing, why is this stretch of riverbed in this one river different from the rest of the state?
Because this is where the people do it, and I had the complaint, and so I bracketed it for where the problem was.
All right, so you don't think people are doing this in other parts of the state that might be in drought?
No, they probably are, but I don't have an amendment, and I've bracketed to this, and it's come out of the House, but I
Okay.
think we can do it next time.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Senator Campbell.
Thank
That's
you.
a good point.
Members, we are on second reading. We're on suspension of the three-day rule. Excuse me. We've already gone to third reading.
So moved.
Secretary will call the Okay. The motion is on the constitutional three-day rule. The Secretary will call the roll.
Bettencourt, Birdwell, Burton, Campbell, Creighton, Ellis, L-Type, Estes, Frazier, Garcia, Hall, Hancock, Hinojosa, Huffines, Huffman, Colcord, Cecil.
25 ayes, 6 nays. Rule suspended. The chair lays out third reading final passage. House Bill 3618. Secretary will call the roll.
House Bill 3618 relating to prohibiting camping and building fires in certain areas.
Forgive me. Read the caption. You're recognized on final passage.
So moved.
Secretary will call the roll.
Bettencourt, Birdwell, Burton, Campbell, Creighton, Ellis, L-Type, Estes, Frazier, Garcia, Hall, Hancock, Hinojosa, Huffines, Huffman, Colcord, Lucio, Menendez, Nelson, Nichols, Perry, Rodriguez, Schwartner, Seliger, Taylor of Galveston, Taylor of Collin, Uresti, Watson, West, Whitmer, and Zaffarini.
There being 24 ayes, 7 nays, the bill is finally passed.
Thank you, members. Thank you, Mr. President.